Hello everyone, this is Tim Surratt. I'm the senior editor at TV.com, and we have dug up the Totally Tubular podcast from the grave. We've taken out its corpse and reanimated it for a special Comic-Con edition of the podcast. I'm here with my co-host, who's going to introduce herself.
Hello, I'm Jen Trolio, the managing editor of TV.com.
Welcome, Jen.
Thanks, Tim.
Welcome to San Diego.
Hey, you too.
Yeah.
How's your Comic-Con going so far?
Well, I think it's going okay. My feet are tired, my back hurts, I'm a little itchy and sweaty and smelly, but that's pretty normal. It's pretty par for the course. How about you?
It's going all right. It seems a little subdued, a little mellow this year.
It is the Thursday night.
It's true.
Thursday's always a little lighter.
It's true.
But even then.
Even preview night, though, last night.
Even preview night. There's something, we went around the floor last night. On Wednesday night, you can, if you have a 4-day badge or if you're a cool member of the press like us, they let you walk around the floor before the normal common folk do. And while it was very crowded, I think a lot of the booths are a little toned down.
Yeah, and there wasn't as much TV stuff. There also wasn't as much TV stuff devoted to the new fall shows. Last year, there was a lot of pre-promotion, like the first part of the marketing push for the fall shows, I remember the booth for The Neighbors last year. Yeah. There were photo ops and stuff for these new shows that were coming out, and not as much this year. There was a Walking Dead one.
Yeah. Yeah. The Walking Dead was pretty extravagant, but
and an Adventure Time one. Those were the big photo ops on the preview night floor.
Yeah, and it's probably has something to do with the fact that all these network shows have failed. Why should they put all this money into Comic-Con when it doesn't do anything? It's July. It's a little too early to hype up the shows. There's not much that people can talk about it because they haven't even filmed the second or third episode. So I think it's a combination of that. I think people are just wising up and they're realizing there are different ways to get word out. That would be my guess.
I think that's a valid guess.
Yeah.
I don't know that I have one to top it.
Yeah, well, good. I'm the smart one.
So we agree.
Okay. So day one, my day started at about 8 in the morning. What did I do? What was the first thing I did? I went over to Ballroom 20, which is one of the big ballrooms. There's Hall H is the big one, and then there's Ballroom 20, which is the second biggest one. And I used my little press credentials to walk into the Intelligence panel, which is a CBS show. The Ballroom 20 thing, that was really interesting the way they planned it, because they started off with Intelligence, and then they did the CW Starcross. That's the one with Amy Teagarden, who falls in love with an alien boy. Oh, so cute. But those are both mid-season shows.
Oh, okay.
So they were... the first panels were these shows that they're not even going to be out for 7 months. Intelligence doesn't even come out until February. Intelligence is the one with Sawyer, Josh Holloway, who has a microchip in his brain and he can...
And I was just going to ask, how crowded were they? But there were big panels in Ballroom 20 later in the day, so that's maybe not the best way to judge how interested people are in this.
It was really just the interests of the people. What they did is they showed both of those pilots, and then they had a little Q&A with the cast for 10 minutes. It was really just...
So it was really a pilot screening.
Yeah, and they don't tell you that, and that's messed up, because it's kind of a little boring.
Fair enough. Well, especially, you'd already seen the Intelligence pilot.
I'd already seen Intelligence, which is a pretty decent show. Pretty decent for CBS. A lot of action. Josh Holloway is
Sawyer's
charming.
Back.
He's handsome.
Megan Ory's in that too.
Megan Ory is in it, and she's handsome as well. But yeah, my preview's up on the site. You can check it out. I enjoyed it, and I stuck around for Starcrossed, and I did not enjoy that one nearly as much. But I think I'm about 20 years too old and have that chromosome that I'm not supposed to have to like that show. I think it's for young girls.
I have not screened the pilot of Starcrossed yet, but it is not necessarily high on my priority list.
Yeah, well, they're trying to do all this social commentary. They're trying to do civil rights for aliens
because it's the integration of the alien teens into the normal.
Yes, impossibly attractive aliens land on our planet, and after like 12 years, they finally decide to let the kids go to the same school.
What were the kids? Were they in an alien? Were they in a segregated alien school beforehand?
I just think they was uneducated. I think they was just hanging out on the porch.
So now they're going to show up. Now they're going to show up in high school, having not been in school
to be honest,
for the first 12 years.
To be honest, I don't know. I kind of zoned out. I wrote a story about it, but yet I still zoned out while watching it.
Great.
Not that great of one. What did you do this morning?
This morning, I actually kind of manned the Emmy nominations for a little bit earlier this morning. I also got up early, but I did not go to the Comic-Con floor right away because I was publishing some of our Emmys coverage, which I guess we can maybe touch on.
Do you want to talk about it now, or do you want to talk about it after? Let's talk about it after.
Let's talk about it after.
Let's talk about it. Let's finish our Comic-Con days.
Yes, so I spent the morning just doing some other topical TV things, but then I actually had a pretty slow day. I took a lot of photos. I have some slideshows to build because, just down in downtown San Diego, all of the networks have these like various promotional things set up. NBC has kind of like a plaza going on, and they've got Revolution themed stuff, and they've got
tell them about the Revolution
so
promo.
Funny. So the big thing with Revolution is that it's a phone charging station,
which doesn't make sense.
The television series whose very premise was built around all electricity in the world being gone is now charging your iPhone.
Oh, man.
At Comic-Con.
Well, I guess it makes sense because that show is not about that at all anymore.
Right.
It's about having power now. And
sure.
Guns and big concussion
and
rifles.
Rocket launchers and everything else. But it's still pretty funny.
It is pretty funny.
The Spice Shop from Grimm, they have that. They have you can walk through it.
They have that
sort of thing. I think some of my favorite things so far though have been the pedicabs this year.
The pedicabs, all the networks went pretty far out to promote some shows, and they have some pretty extravagant pedicabs. Pedicabs are those little bikes when you get in the back. They're just like a little cab.
Yeah, except there's a human on a bicycle.
Some European
powering
backpacker who's bumming around in San Diego gets a summer job pedaling you around.
Yeah, but the pedicabs are cool. There's an Archer one where there's like a kind of a statue of Archer holding a martini over your shoulder, sitting behind you. There's one for the League on a FX, and it's got like a life size whatever the Mr. McGiblets or whatever that character is named. There's an It's Always Sunny one with Green Man. There are a bunch of Banshee ones that are like I guess horse and buggies,
And there's the Iron Throne.
The Iron Throne. I've only seen one Iron Throne, which is probably
that thing's the coolest one.
So yeah, there's some good pedicabs.
Good pedicabs.
That's what made an impression. The pedicabs.
Yeah.
Let's see. This afternoon I went to Wilfred. I covered the Wilfred press room, and then you and I attended that panel together.
Yeah, I always enjoy that Wilfred press room. There's some good guys in there.
That's true.
Jason Gann.
He's so charming. I love him.
Him and his Australian accent. That wasn't an Australian accent, by the way. That was just me doing weird things with my mouth. And at the panel, Mr. Ryan.
Elijah Wood.
Elijah Wood was not in attendance.
Yeah, he wasn't able to get out of LA because what did he say? He's filming horror movie called Cooties. Yeah.
About like haunted children, zombie
children, in
something
fact.
Like that.
But they kind of teleconferenced him in for the panel. That was cool.
Yeah, and he couldn't see us, but we could see him. So it was just like him staring into the camera on these giant screens.
He's a giggler. He really giggles a lot.
Yeah, well, there was some funny stuff said. Anyway. I also did the intelligence press room, so I got a double dose of intelligence. Finally, for the first time in my life.
And you sat right next to
Josh Holloway sat right next to me. Be still my beating heart. He's a handsome man. He had a nice watch.
Ooh.
A nice big watch.
All right.
And Megan Ory was there, and Marg.
She's a handsome lady.
She is. She's still handsome.
Mark Helgenberger. What do you think about Mark Helgenberger?
Why not? Sure. For an older lady.
I'm intimidated by Mark Helgenberger. She seems like a stern presence.
She is, but I think that's kind of the attraction.
That's her character though too, right?
That is her character. She's a ball buster. She just busts balls. Never smiles.
Well, there you go. Who else did we see? Who else have we seen since we've been here?
Well, what did you see any good cosplay costumes?
We saw Daenerys Targaryen and Miss
4 or 5 of them. The popular Daenerys costume this year seems to be Daenerys with the season 3 Daenerys when she's on the blue clothes.
She's got like the blue sheath over pants and boots.
Yeah, like her
with like
hair
the
is
big
nice.
Necklaces.
Like last year, it was a lot more like desert, dirty Daenerys a little bit.
Well, this is Mother of Dragons Daenerys. This is Queen Dany.
Yeah.
Leader of the Unsullied.
Yeah, and that one, the one we saw had the awesome necklace too.
Yeah, she had the big piece of jewelry, and she had Miss Sand. I don't know how to say Miss Sandy, Miss Sunday.
I'm gonna say yes because I don't know how to say it either.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I will be on record then horribly mispronouncing it, but they were a pair and they were pretty cool. They had it going. Mm-hmm. Gosh, I haven't seen. Again, and I'm thinking maybe this boils down to it just being Thursday, and we'll see more costumes tomorrow.
Yeah, it was really traditional.
But I haven't seen.
We just saw a lot of traditional comic book characters.
Yeah, I always enjoy swinging by the weapons check to see people handing over their.
There is a weapons check here, so if you have a giant weapon.
As part of your costume.
You have to get it okayed by some people who staring at weapons and deem them safe or not safe.
To make sure that you're not bringing in a real, AK-47 or whatever.
Yeah.
Although I did see a girl with like a huge version of like the hammer of Thor. Like enormous.
That seems dangerous. How did they get that in?
Well, I guess it was maybe made out of foam, but still.
Still, you can pack a wallop with foam if you hit someone in the right spot.
Sure. But she was at the weapons check.
Yeah.
Found that interesting. But no, not a ton of costumes.
Are we over Comic-Con? Is that what it is? This is what, your fourth?
This is my third.
Third?
You're at least your fourth, probably.
I don't even remember anymore.
No, because I still feel like I get impressed when I see people who are like really decked out. Mm-hmm. Especially as a character that I recognize or that I am a fan of.
Yeah.
But I feel like we've seen a fair number of just kind of generic, like not even a recognizable superhero, but tights and a sword.
Yeah, I do remember last year they got better as the convention went on, like Friday and Saturday, and like depending on what shows are also paneling.
Right.
They will have different ones. So we'll probably see a lot more Game of Thrones stuff tomorrow because Game of Thrones is tomorrow.
And Walking Dead, maybe. We might see a lot of zombies tomorrow.
Yeah.
Supposedly, Fox has like a troop of headless horsemen running around downtown, but I haven't seen any of those.
For
Sleepy Hollow, yeah. But I haven't seen any of those.
Huh.
But maybe we'll run into a headless horseman tomorrow.
Maybe that girl with a Thor hammer will just knock some people's heads off.
There you go.
And create her own. And now my favorite portion of
the program
is the celeb sighting portion.
Which always happens to you in the elevator. Always.
Always happens to me in the elevator. Today it was Megan Ori on the way to her.
Tim texted me at 8 a.m. this morning to announce his first elevator celeb sighting.
Yes.
And that was?
Megan Ori. She rode in the elevator with me. Megan Ori of Once Upon a Time, Ruby, Little Red Riding Hood.
And also now of Intelligence, because she co-stars in that, right?
She's attractive. She's an attractive lady.
Up close and personal in the elevator with Megan Ori.
Ooh. But other than that, we
saw some folks last night.
We saw some folks last night. They were all over the place last night.
Yeah.
At our undisclosed function that we went to.
Yeah, we saw Maybe from Arrested Development, Aaliyah Shawkat. We saw April from Parks and Recreation, Aubrey Plaza.
Yes.
We saw Rachel Bilson from
Dr. Zoe Hart.
Yes, from Heart of Dixie.
I can't believe I know that.
I was going to say, that's why I led with her real name, because I was like, I know that she's a doctor, but... yes, Dr. Zoe Hart.
Dr. Zoe Hart. And my favorite of the night was Amy Teagarden.
As a brunette.
Taylor. Julie Taylor as a brunette.
You'd never have recognized her if you hadn't pointed her out.
Yeah. Yeah, well, it was tough. I just saw the face, and I was like, she looks awfully familiar.
We actually, as we were meeting up to tape this podcast, Yvonne Strahovski.
Yeah,
ran right through the lobby.
She was pranced right into our hotel room fast as she could.
We just missed an elevator ride with her.
With a gentleman.
That makes it sound uncouth.
I guess, yeah. Wait a minute, I feel like I should be talking smack about celebrities.
Yeah, don't be talking smack about Yvonne Strahovski.
He was a handsome gentleman.
We could have.
She's probably married to someone. This is probably another actor that we didn't recognize.
It's possible. We could have asked her if she's going to be back on Dexter this season, but we missed our chance. Maybe later.
Yeah. Oh, also, for you Supernatural fans, also at the party, and this was my highlight, was both the Trickster and Chuck. Chuck God. The guy who plays sort of God.
Sure.
Yeah, because they're doing this really cool project together called Sidekick. It's a movie about sort of weird superheroes with a great cast. So they were here too. And who else I think that's about it. Other than the people we saw in the panels and.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and in the press rooms, the more sanctioned experiences. Let's say.
Yeah, but those don't count. All right, what do we have going on tomorrow?
Let's see.
Tomorrow's a big day.
Tomorrow's busy.
From here on out, this is serious. We gotta be serious from here on out.
The Veronica Mars panel is tomorrow for the upcoming movie. So that's as is Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
That is going to be a big one.
So that is happening. Let's see. I'm interviewing some of the cast of Banshee in the morning. What's
Crazy Amish people?
Yeah. What's on your schedule as far as the morning is concerned?
I will do a press room for The 100, the new CW show about juvenile delinquents taking over Earth, basically. I saw the pilot right before I came here, and
but you liked it better than you liked Starcrossed.
Yeah, Starcrossed.
So it's got that going for it.
Starcrossed is no good, like the 100 seemed like it was gonna be fun, kind of like stupid fun, but fun. After that, I'm gonna be in the Almost Human.
There's a lot of stuff going on tomorrow.
I like to do the new shows. Like I like to go to the press rooms of the new shows and like have them sell it to me. Like what's your show about, sir?
Yeah, I mean the only drawback is that a lot of the time the cast just doesn't really know what's happening.
Yeah, they've shot a pilot.
I mean, like in some cases they haven't even seen a script for episode 2 yet. So the most worthwhile part of the press room sometimes is the showrunners, executive producers, and creators. Which is great going into the new season. But yeah, you talk to the cast and it's like you can tell that they've been prepped with keywords, and they don't even know what they're about to film next.
Actors don't know shit. They really don't. And then The Walking Dead. That'll be interesting. Really would love to hear what the new showrunner, Scott Gimple, has to say about season 4.
And we probably can expect a new trailer and some new footage.
I would expect that. When is that panel?
Actually, we'll probably get a premiere date officially. Do we have a premiere date yet?
Yeah, October.
Yeah, but...
October.
They put it...
Yeah. I'm going to predict mid-October.
I think that's a strong prediction. And I'm going to predict they confirm it tomorrow.
I'm going to go out on a limb here and say we might see a zombie getting killed in the new footage.
Ooh. Bold.
That's what I think.
And
Rick pointing a gun.
I was going to say, name. Why don't you go one further and how will the zombie get killed? Crossbow? Gun?
A crossbow is a good option. I like Tyrese's hammer.
The rock to the face from that.
Rock to the face. Perhaps a Michonne katana slicing. Perhaps. Pretty much every way we've already seen. How many more ways can you kill a zombie?
I don't know. After that trunk zombie last year,
zombie was exactly what I was thinking.
I have faith that they will find new ways.
Meat hook
to make sure that you have appropriate GIFs to create.
Yeah.
But gosh, that's still not all. Game of Thrones is tomorrow. I'll be going to the Game of Thrones panel.
And what can we expect from the Game of Thrones panel, since a lot of our listeners out here are Game of Thrones fans?
I am expecting...
I'm expecting a lot of woo!
Right. I don't know who's moderating it this year.
Woo! Jon Snow! Woo!
Egret
Do we
is
even
there.
know who's going to be there?
No. I don't. Not off the top of my head. And I don't know who's moderating it. Last year it was George R.R. Martin, who's adorable, but not the smoothest of moderators. But I think it'll be casting. I think they'll talk about casting of new characters.
You think they'll have a premiere date?
I do think they'll have a premiere date.
They did that last year?
They did that last year. Yeah, last
So
year.
early.
But that's how they that's actually how they started the panel last year. Is they showed basically a trailer with all of the new cast members and then ended it with a premiere date.
But they just started filming, right? I think they have started filming it.
But I mean, it's the same case that they would have been in last year. Like,
Yeah.
there's nothing different. So let's see. 2014, if we look at the calendar, let's once again go out on a very dangerous limb. So this year the premiere was March 31st. So we're looking at
March 30th.
March 30th is a
April...
Sunday or April 6th.
I'm going with April 6th.
Okay.
There you go. Breaking news, April 6th.
We'll see. We'll find out tomorrow, we think.
We think.
And then I think I'm wrapping up my day with a press room for the following.
Fun.
Thank you.
Will the Baconator be there?
Well, let's put it this way. I know, but am not allowed to reveal that there are some very special guests that have not been publicly announced.
I know who it is.
And
It's so obvious. Anyone wants to think about it. Yeah.
Either way.
If anyone who saw the finale. Okay, I've said too
now
much.
you're just spoiling.
No, I just said.
Anyway, so I'm gonna end my day, I think, in the press room for the following, and you are gonna try and see the Orphan Black panel.
Hell yeah, I'm gonna try and see the Orphan Black panel. That thing's gonna be bomb-like. That's gonna be fun. I think that's gonna be a really fun crowd, and people are gonna be stoked, and they're gonna have stuff to tell us about the new season.
Oh, that'll be cool.
I think like all that will come together to be awesome, and everyone will be like super stoked about Tatiana.
So meet us back here tomorrow night, and Tim will tell you everything he learned.
I am gonna ride up and down in elevators until I
Until
get
you-
in one with Tatiana Maslany.
Until you get an elevator ride with every one of the clones.
That would be crazy.
Okay, speaking of Tatiana Maslany and Orphan Black, let's segue into Emmy nominations.
Nice segue, Jen.
Thanks. They didn't get one.
They didn't get one. Emmy nominations came out at 5:30 in the godforsaken morning.
Yeah, 5:15 a.m. Pacific, 8:15 Eastern, but early nonetheless.
Yeah.
How dare they schedule those on the first day of Comic-Con Academy? What were you thinking?
We had some other TV writers who basically did not get any sleep. Luckily, we had our own Corey Barker do it.
Yes.
From back at headquarters. But yeah, the people were not happy, and I understand why. I mean, it's a stupid thing to announce them first day of Comic-Con.
But they're out, and as usual, some snubs, some surprises, a lot of the same old. Shall we talk about them?
Yeah. Let's go over the categories real quick.
All right.
Well, let's start with Outstanding Drama Series.
Okay.
And the nominees for Outstanding Drama Series are Breaking Bad, Downton Abbey, Game of Thrones, Homeland, House of Cards, and Mad Men. Now I'm going to give you pick one of those that doesn't belong. Pick one of those that you're like, I don't think it should be there.
I don't think Downton Abbey should be there.
Oh, take that, England.
I know that you want me to say House of
Stuffy
Cards.
England people.
I don't know that I didn't finish House of Cards. I did watch a solid amount of it, so I can't say for certain that it does or does not belong. But I don't know. I think Downton Abbey is just in the Modern Family category of it's not as strong, but it just has momentum for whatever reason.
Yeah.
You know, and it's just there. So I'm not like terribly upset that it's there, but let's talk about the things that are missing, like Justified. Or The Americans, or I mean, I would just rather. I loved the first season of The Americans. I just really. So I would rather see those two shows there instead of House of Cards and Downton Abbey.
I agree. I couldn't agree with you more. I don't know where Rectify went in as, but I would put it in there. I love that series, but it could easily be a miniseries.
I DVR'd all 6 episodes just last Sunday when they ran the marathon, so they're sitting waiting for me to
hear what you think about
it. Watch all of them.
But yeah, I kind of think that House of Cards got in there because Emmy has this reputation that they need to fix about not being very cool, and I think they're trying to be cool.
Oh, so you think that helped the Netflix shows? Because I mean, Arrested Development. We'll talk about comedy in a minute, I guess, but
Yeah,
House of Cards got 9 nominations altogether, I think.
That is unbelievable.
Yeah.
But I guess that's what happens when you have David Fincher and Kevin Spacey.
Who was nominated for lead actor in a drama series, along with Hugh Bonneville from Downton Abbey, Bryan Cranston from Breaking Bad, Jeff Daniels from The Newsroom, John Hamm from Mad Men, Damian Lewis from Homeland. Oh, and I already said Kevin Spacey.
Yes, you did.
Whoops. Anyway, those are our outstanding lead actor in a drama series nominees.
Okay. I mean, you look at these and you're just like, I don't even know who should be. I don't know who they left out.
I mean, Bryan Cranston has to be there.
Has to. John Hamm obviously has to. Damian Lewis.
John Hamm. He's still never won it, right?
I don't think so.
Mad Men didn't win a thing last year. It had like 17 nominations last year and got shut out of every one of them.
Really?
Yeah. But I'm totally happy having John Hamm in this category. I really liked this past season of Mad Men. Mm-hmm. I really, really liked it. Jeff Daniels, he's great on The Newsroom. Even if The Newsroom, I mean, he's good though.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, sometimes it's hard. I mean, in this case, we're supposed to focus on the performance and not the material.
Ideally.
So.
Yeah, but once again, I mean, it's just Emmys, they love their names. Jeff Daniels is a name. Kevin Spacey's a name.
Hugh Bonneville is taking up a spot again. I mean, they're good. I love Downton Abbey. I watched Downton Abbey. But I don't know. I think I just am. It's the Modern Family of drama right now. It's just gonna be there because people like it, but it's not necessarily above and beyond other things.
Right. I mean, they could have replaced Hugh Bonneville with possibly Hugh Dancy, and they would only have to change a last name. Hugh Dancy of Hannibal.
That's true.
I thought he was pretty damn good.
That's true. Would Mads Mikkelsen be in lead or supporting?
He would be in supporting.
He'd be in supporting. Okay.
Even though his name is on the show. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, then let's talk about Outstanding Lead Actress in a Drama Series.
Seven nominees.
Ladies got nominated, and 0 of them were Tatiana Maslany of Orphan Black, which, let's face it, the Emmys they had no chance of getting nominated at the Emmys.
It was a nice idea.
She won her Critics' Choice Award or her Television Critics Award or whatever it was called.
It's still not the most predictable category, though. We've got Connie Britton, Claire Danes, Michelle Dockery, Vera Farmiga, Elizabeth Moss, Kerry Washington, and Robin Wright, which leaves out Juliana Margulies. First time in a while she hasn't been there, right?
Yeah, I don't. And then they had 7. They expanded it. They have 7 ladies.
But that's awesome that Kerry Washington is there.
I approve of that. Why not?
I mean, Vera Farmiga. I don't know.
Put some color in there.
There's some good some good stuff here.
Yeah, but
Vera Farmiga is great. Is great. Elizabeth Moss was amazing in Mad Men. Okay. I'd be happy to see her get it.
Connie Britton, bless her soul.
Is Claire Danes automatically still gonna win it?
Yeah. I think so. I mean, she's always great.
And Connie Britton, you don't think belongs here, huh?
No, I mean we love her, but I mean Raina James was not a very thrilling character. But once again, a name. Connie Britton is now broken through that threshold where she's a name.
Yeah, that's true.
And she gets it.
And there's Michelle Dockery for Downton Abbey. It's just all of the Downton Abbey. Yeah, we're starting to see a lot of the repeats with the shows.
Yeah.
All the same shows are represented.
All right, let's jump over to comedy.
Okay. Do you want to talk about supporting actors?
No.
Okay.
That's why they're supporting.
Keep it short.
We don't have time.
All right. Well, it's a shame that
bed.
Mads Mikkelsen didn't get his supporting actor
Yeah.
nominee. All right. Comedy. Outstanding comedy series.
30 Rock, The Big Bang Theory, Girls, Louie, Modern Family, and Veep.
Very nice.
You like
Very
that?
nicely done. Yeah.
That was pretty good. Okay. I mean, my opinions on comedy is completely different from normal people, but
True.
I'm excited that Louie is there, obviously.
Sure.
And I find Veep to be pretty hilarious.
I love Veep. Louis needs to be here. That's great. Veep, also true. Yes. 30 Rock. I'm happy to see it here for its final season. I thought the final season was actually pretty strong.
I don't watch 30 Rock, man.
It's okay. Girls, Big Bang Theory, and Modern Family. At this point, I mean, Girls is only its second year, and it's already seeming like a stalwart, you know?
Yeah, but God, that second season was so goofy.
I mean, again, what are we missing here? We've got Parks and Recreation.
Two Broke Girls. Comedy Bang Bang. My favorite
Bang
show.
Bang. I feel like I'm blanking, and at the end of the year, I can never choose which comedies to include in my top 5.
No.
But I know that there are many more of them that are not currently appearing on this list.
Really?
Oh, we've talked about this in the past though, but like Archer, for example.
Yeah, that doesn't stand a chance ever.
Well, never stands a chance, but it's still like worthy of consideration.
Yeah, absolutely.
Especially over Modern Family or Big Bang Theory, which are solid in their own rights.
No Arrested Development.
No Arrested Development, but I don't know. I think that that really for me could have gone either way because that one had all of this prestige just because it existed.
Yeah.
But also it was an uneven and very it's a weird.
But
weird season. That is not something to think from and think of it from an Emmy voter's perspective. A lot of times they're voting without having seen all of it.
Yeah.
They go off a sample episode or 3.
I mean, let's be honest. They don't watch them.
Well,
Emmy voters obviously do not watch television.
Oh, well, clearly. But if you were to only pick and choose a sample episode of this new season of Arrested Development, there's no way you're nominating it for an Emmy. Yeah. I mean, not I thought they varied wildly as far as their standalone genius or lack thereof. And man, that season was a lot of work.
Did you finish it?
I finished it.
I got to episode 4.
I finished it. It was a lot of work. I feel like I want to go back and pay better attention with the kind of perspective and the hindsight, but I don't know because then it's
Yeah.
It's another 15 episodes when I could be watching Orphan Black, which I haven't seen, or Rectify, or Top of the Lake, or all of these things that I've heard such good things about that are on my list.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Outstanding lead actor in a comedy. It starts with Alec Baldwin of 30 Rock, Jason Bateman of Arrested Development, Louis C.K. of Louis, Don Cheadle of House of Lies, Matt LeBlanc of Episodes, Jim Parsons of The Big Bang Theory.
Does Don Cheadle deserve to be here?
No, but Don Cheadle is a name.
I know.
I love Don Cheadle. Love him.
Sure. But do you love him in House of Lies?
No.
Have you watched any House of Lies since the very first couple episodes?
I've tried to get back into it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Didn't like it. It's just a bunch of guys kind of being pervies.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like Episodes. I think Matt LeBlanc is good. I'm still kind of surprised he's here though.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't really like Episodes.
I like Episodes. I do like that show. Louis C.K., great.
Louis, take it home,
Glad
Louis.
He's here.
Win one for the good guys, Louis.
Alec Baldwin, he's great on 30 Rock. I think his headline making abilities are souring me on. I don't, you know.
What are the chances we get a 30 Rock sweep? Oh, I guess we should move to the outstanding lead actress.
To the actors in a comedy.
Speaking of
All right,
30 Rock.
I'll take this one. We've got Laura Dern for Enlightened, Lena Dunham from Girls, Edie Falco for Nurse Jackie, Tina Fey for 30 Rock, Julia Louis-Dreyfus for Veep, and Amy Poehler for Parks and Recreation. The 30 Rock sweep would be, Best Comedy and lead actor for Alec Baldwin and lead actress for Tina Fey. I mean, it's their last season, it's their last chance, but I don't know if I see them sweeping.
They've also won enough Emmys.
The show certainly has won enough Emmys. I don't know if the show will win again, especially with Girls, because Girls won last year, right? No, what won? What won Best Comedy last year?
I can't keep these all straight.
It might have been Girls.
Show I don't watch.
Sure. Or was it Modern Family? Now I'm not actually sure. Regardless, I don't think.
I don't know.
It wasn't Louis. I don't know that I see 30 Rock winning, but it is the last season, so we'll see. In the actress category, though, so this one I'm certain that Julia Louis-Dreyfus took it home for Veep last year. Tina Fey could win it again for the final season. Laura Dern, though, was great.
Laura Dern doesn't stand a chance, but she should win. If you guys have not seen Enlightened, it is one of the most amazing television shows.
But likewise, I mean, Amy Poehler has now been nominated a handful of times, and she really deserves it. I don't know that she'll get it, but at some point, she really deserves it.
Sure.
She does.
Sure.
She's great. She's
Edie
so
Falco's
good.
good
Parks
too.
and Rec is good.
Edie Falco's pretty good too.
Well, so
let's see. Emmys, we're talking about blah, blah, blah. Let's talk about just what's on summer television. We haven't talked about summer television since last summer because we haven't podcasted.
That is true. Not a whole hell of a lot is what I have to say about that.
I hear a lot of people saying not a hell of a whole lot.
No,
and then
there's a ton of
I think
stuff
that
on,
there
but
is more than most summers.
There's a ton of stuff on. I wouldn't say that there's more than most summers, though. We're missing Louis this year.
We are missing Louis this year.
Wilfred's on. Wilfred's good. We've got our new Monday night at 10 matchup of Under the Dome in Siberia.
I'm talking about shows worth watching.
Okay.
Shows worth watching.
All right.
Which is The Bridge on FX. I think so far, after 2 episodes, has gotten off to a really good start. And I think it's going to be...
I believe you called it a Tex-Mex The Wire.
Yeah, because it has this really broad focus. It's not just about these detectives chasing a serial killer. It's about the border and how it affects people, and on both sides of the border, and how the girls of Juarez are all getting killed, and there's human trafficking and drugs and all that stuff, and it's really interesting. It's kind of like what
I'm in.
The
I'll
Wire
be
did
sticking
for
with it for
Baltimore.
sure.
Yeah.
I find it interesting.
Yeah.
But my favorite of the moment is not particularly summer, but it was launched in summer, so
It's a summer show.
But it's an all-at-once Netflix model. Orange is the New Black.
Orange is the New Black is outstanding.
It's so good.
It's outstanding. It is worth if you're out there and you don't have Netflix, it is worth signing up for a 1-month subscription, watching them all, and then canceling it. I would do that.
Yeah.
Just to watch it. It's really, really outstanding. It's from Genji Cohen, who's the creator of Weeds.
And this is us saying this while we have purposely not binged through all of it yet. Tim is writing about it for the site, so he's trying to not watch beyond what he's written. I'm 1 episode ahead of him, and even at that point, I'm only at 4.
Yeah.
But I'm really excited.
Yeah,
as soon as we get home from Comic-Con, I'll be watching it all next week.
Fantastic. Yeah, we'll be putting up reviews every Wednesday, 2-episode reviews. That's about it.
Yeah.
We went a little
Orange
long.
is the New Black,
We
The
went a
Bridge.
little long today.
Good stuff. We did go a little long.
We went along. Sorry for talking your ears off, guys. But it's Comic-Con. It's late, and we tend to just zone out.
Comic-Con and the Emmys in one day is it's a big day.
That is true.
Tomorrow's a bigger day.
Tomorrow's a bigger day.
And we need to go to bed.
And we need to go to bed, but we will, barring some disaster, we'll be back and do this again.
Barring Tim getting smashed in the head with the foam hammer of Thor.
Yeah.
We'll be back tomorrow night. Same Comic-Con time, same Comic-Con channel.
And with that,
Tim
I
is
think
cringing.
we're calling it a night.
All right.
Thank you for watching. And
Listening.
yes, let's acknowledge the elephant in the room. We both miss Price, too.
Aww,
Miss Price in our podcast. Bye, Price.
And his technical editing skills. This
Yeah.
is a one-take pony.
One take pony.
All right, guys. Good night.
Good night.